As we believe we're getting closer to NFL football, at least an NFL offseason, Brock, name that surfaced recently, Donovan McNabb. Where does he end up going? They don't seem to be happy with him there in Washington. Doesn't seem to really fit. And talking to Chris Mortensen the other day, I brought up the name Tennessee. Seemed like that would be a team that would be a good fit for McNabb in terms of maybe bringing in a guy that could
Yeah.
mentor Jake Locker and win in the meantime. I like that fit.
I think it could be a good fit, and I think Don McNabb would be an excellent mentor for Jake to teach him the finer points of when to run, when to pick your spots. Don was an unbelievable athlete when he came out of Syracuse and really progressed as a pocket passer there in Philadelphia. I think the whole key there, as we have seen and we've seen here in our own Seattle sports, is what role. What are you telling Don McNabb? Are you selling him that he can still be your guy, that he can start for the next 2 years, that he can run with it? Or are you being very realistic with him?
Even if you tell him that, he's not stupid. He knows you've just drafted Jake Locker as high as you did, but you could tell him, hey, the job is yours to compete for to begin with, and then we'll see what happens. Win, and it's your gig.
And maybe that's the position he's in as well. I mean, you've got to let this, run its course. And maybe Donovan doesn't have a ton of options. Maybe there's not 5 teams after the trouble and the disaster in D.C. last year for him, really being beat out right by Rex Grossman. Then maybe this is the best avenue for him as well.
And don't get beat up by Rex
No,
Grossman.
that's
Just
not
lesson
what
for
I'm
life.
for.
Don't let that happen to you. What does it do for Jake if they were to bring him in? How does he help Jake Locker?
I think it's imperative. I really do. With no mini camps, I said this I think 2 weeks ago in Blue 42. To think that Jake Locker in the first 5 weeks plays Atlanta, they play Pittsburgh, they play Baltimore. You have no mini camps, you have no practice time. You are going to be thrown to the wolves. Those teams, it's hard enough. If you're a veteran, accomplished quarterback, I think it'd be the best thing in the world to have a veteran quarterback to go out there, especially early in the year, teach Jake those ropes, and then maybe give him a much softer landing spot.